Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Abhishek, currently pursuing M.tech from IIPS-DAVV. In this video, we will discuss about one of the most important topic in Java, that is synchronization in Java, what is inter-thread communication in Java, and at the end of the video, we will discuss little bit about what is thread group. So without any delay, let's start. So first of all, start with the outcomes. At the end of the video, the learner will be able to know what is synchronization, what is the need of synchronization, what is thread communication, why we need thread communication, and at the last, we know what is thread group. So let's start. So guys, first of all, in my mind, what the question arises is what is synchronization. Let's take a simple example and understand what is synchronization. Suppose this is our resource and this is our thread. This thread want to access the resource, then there is no problem. But what happened when this resource is single and this one thread and this second thread both want to access this resource simultaneously? Then definitely create a problem. So what is the solution of this problem? So Java introduced synchronization method to solve this problem. So let's talk about synchronization. So synchronization in Java is the capability to control the access of multiple threads to at any shared resource. Understand guys? We can also say that thread synchronization is a technique which is used to synchronize the multiple thread and make sure only one thread access the resource at a time. Not multiple thread access the same resource at the same time. It allows only single thread that access the resource at a particular time. Now we will see what happened if multiple thread access the same resource. So let's suppose this is our thread A and this is our thread B. Both want to access the resource. Suppose A want to open the file and B want to close the file. Then your data will be corrupt. So guys, this is very dangerous problem, and what is the solution is synchronization. Suppose let's take another example to understand more clear about synchronization. So guys, as you can here see, this is our three threads, blue, orange and green, and this is the yellow box. A yellow circle is our resource. So what happened if blue orange thread want to access the resource? Then there is no problem, it can definitely access the resource. But what happened if all the three threads wanted to access the resource? Then this is create a problem. What is the solution of this problem? Java create a lock system. What is this lock system? We will discuss about it. So Java here takes a bodyguard which guard from multiple thread accessing it. So what this bodyguard does? Suppose this orange thread want to access this resource. So this bodyguard told orange, do you have any lock? Then orange will refuse. I don't know about any lock. So it denies. So it don't allow to access the resource. Bodyguard don't allow to access the resource. Simple thing. So what happened? Orange learned about lock. It grabs the lock from the JVM and then further again try to access the resource. This time bodyguard will ask, do you have any lock? Well, yes, I have lock. Then bodyguard simply permitted it and our thread executing its execution. Now what happened if at the same time of the execution orange thread is executing and blue thread also want to access the resource, and bodyguard asks, do you have any lock? So it denies, I don't have any lock. So it tells the blue thread, wait for some time because our orange thread is accessing that resource and currently executing it. So it denies the access. What happened? After some time, orange will done its execution. It releases the lock and blue grabs the lock and start execution. Okay guys, but what happened at the same time? Green want to access that resource. Then bodyguard simply denies it. And after that, after blue executing the resource, it releases the lock and then green captured the lock and start execution. That means bodyguard protect the resource from multiple thread access. That means blue bodyguard don't allow multiple thread to access the same resource. It allows only one thread to access the resource at a time. Remember the point guys, single time. At same time one thread can only access the resource. Understand better? So next question is why we need synchronization. So simply to protect our resource from multiple access of the thread. If we don't want to access our resource by multiple thread, then we need to synchronization. And other use of synchronization is to prevent thread interface and to prevent consistency problem. Now we will see how to synchronize a thread. Java provides a synchronized block to synchronize thread using a synchronized keyword. That means a lock system allow, and we lock system is applied by the keyword synchronize. A synchronized block. What is synchronized block, guys? A synchronized block is the same object. A synchronized block synchronize the same object that only one thread can executing at the same time by the block. All the thread at the time all the thread will be blocked or waiting in the waiting state. After the thread executing its process, then another thread will have the opportunity to access the resource. So guys, now we will move further and see how to synchronize a thread. Synchronization is implemented by monitors in Java. Synchronization is implemented by monitors in Java. Every thread group is in Java. Thread synchronization is associated with the monitor. Every thread group is associated with the monitor in Java. Only one thread is used to monitor at a time. That means only one thread can access the lock at a time. No one can access that resource at that period of time. All other thread trying to enter the lock monitor will be suspended, guys, at that moment of time when this thread is executing its process. All other threads will be blocked. So here we can see the syntax. The keyword is synchronized, and in argument is object identifier. So what is object identifier is? Here object identifier is a reference of an object whose lock associated with the monitor. Whose lock is associated with the monitor, that is in synchronized statement representation. Now we will move another topic, that is inter-thread communication in Java. So guys, first we need to understand what is inter-thread communication in Java. Why we need inter-thread communication? So inter-thread communication is all about allowing synchronized thread to communicate with each other. Understand, guys? It allows synchronized thread to communicate with each other. It is a mechanism in which a thread is paused running its critical situation, and another thread is allowed enter in the same critical situation to be executed. It is implemented by the following methods, that is wait, notify all. So why we need this communication? Because we need to solve the problem of polling and reduce the wastage of CPU time due to polling. So guys, let's take an example to understand what is polling. Suppose I want to buy this frame. This frame look pretty good. But wait, there is a problem. And the problem is this is out of stock. So what will happen? I checked after an hour, then it also out of stock. And I checked after a day after day. It will not come in stock. It is showing me out of stock every day. So this is my wastage of time. I was continuously checking whether it come in stock or not, or come in stock or not. So the app give me a simple best way, that is notify me button. What does notify me button does is to notify it back in stock, click notify me button. So simply I click on notify and it notify me when the frame is in stock. So this prevent my time and save very much of my time. So guys, this is the actual logic which is implemented in inter-thread communication. Let's take another and very popular example, that is our producer and consumer problem.
So this is our producer and this is our consumer, and this is our shared buffer. The task of the producer is to produce the objects, and the task of the consumer is to consume the object, and this is our shared buffer. Guys, remember, there is no communication between producer and consumer, but the limitation is producer can't add data if buffer is full, and consumer can't access or consume data if buffer is empty. So let us understand what is the solution of this problem and how we solve this problem. We solve this problem by three methods: wait, notify and notify all method. Let us understand one by one. So with we will start with wait method. Wait method causes current thread to release the lock and wait until either another thread invokes the notify method or notify all method for this object, or a specified amount of time has slipped. The current thread must own its object monitor, so it must be called from the synchronized method only, otherwise it will be throws exception. Now our next method is notify method. Notify method wakes up a single thread that is waiting on this object's monitor. If any thread are waiting on this object, one of them is chosen to be awaked. The choice is arbitrary and occurs at the discrete of the implementation. The syntax of this is public, final, void, notify. Now we see the updated version of or enhanced version of notify method. Here's notify all. Notify all method wakes up all the threads that are waiting on this object's monitor. So understand this guys, this diagram. In this diagram, thread enters to acquire a lock. Lock is acquired by on a thread. Now thread goes into the waiting state if you call wait method on the object. Otherwise it releases the lock and exit. If you call notify or notify all methods, thread moves on the notified state. It means runnable state. Now thread is available to acquire the lock, and after completion the task, thread releases the lock and exits the monitor state of the object. Now guys, we will move the last topic of our presentation, that is thread group. So let us understand what is thread group. Thread group is nothing. Java provides a convenient way to group multiple threads in a single object. In such a way, we can suspend, resume and interrupt group of threads by a single method call. Thread group creates a group of threads. It offers a conveniential way to manage group of threads as a unit. In this particular vulnerable situation in which you want to suspend and resume a number of related threads. Here guys, we see two constructor in thread group. Constructor 1, thread group, and we passes the argument is string name. What it does, create a thread group with the given name. Second constructor is thread group, and in argument we pass thread group parent string name. It creates a thread group which gives parent group and the name. Hope you guys like the video. If you like the video, please hit the like button, share and subscribe. And if you have any doubt, please tell us in the comment section. This is all from my side. Thanks for watching.